listen up. I am here with Brent. Brent is with NASA. He is a Duval native, y'all, who made it out the trenches and definitely coming back to the community center showing love. So, Brent, just tell the people, just where they can find out more information about NASA or where they can follow you at.
Okay, you can follow me at Brent Banks online on Instagram, on Twitter. On Twitter, you can follow me at Be Innovative. I come from Jacksonville. I went to Ed White High School. I graduated. I've been in college for the last 4 years at Bethune-Cookman University. I graduate this May coming up. You can follow me. You can follow me on at NASA stuff also. The NASA information is nasa.gov. We got information there about flights, launches, all the information concerning NASA.
And what are some of the things that you do with NASA, or what do you study?
What I study right now is computer engineering at Bethune-Cookman, and with NASA right now, what I'm doing with them is a program towards the mission Artemis. And basically, what we're doing is creating a camera system around the rocket right now to track the local objects around the rocket. So,
all right, hey man, listen, I appreciate you coming back, giving back to the community, sharing value. And we actually met on Clubhouse, guys. We met on Clubhouse through just a room, and it was really quick. And I, just reached out to him to see, if he was interested in coming back, and he jumped right on it. So I do appreciate you for doing that, like I said. So make sure you go follow him, guys, and peace, love, chicken grease.
It won't function the same way it would function.
Have anybody seen inside a motherboard of a computer, like the brain of a computer?
You seen the inside part?
Yeah.
Okay, the motherboard has all those chips and all that stuff on it, right?
When I
It's really open right now. They need a lot of people in STEM because, for example, different countries, believe it or not, third world countries, China, India, those type of countries, they actually have what one can say possibly a better education system than America. So what I'm saying is, over there, they have a better population of engineers, better population of scientists. A lot of scientists is over there, and it's because we're not having basically a lot of people, a lot of Americans actually become scientists and want to actually be into science. A lot of people right now are trying to be rappers, football players, basketball players, and everything else, but nobody want to be a scientist. And believe it or not, I'm going to show you something. Just think about this. When this COVID thing happened, what stopped working? I mean, what was canceled first? When COVID stopped working?
Socialness.
Okay, socialness. Now, what exactly stopped happening? Like, what type of
everything really.
But what type of everything? What type of jobs stopped working? What did they cancel first?
What did teachers?
Okay, you say teachers. Teachers is because they're around a lot of students. What else?
Are you talking about engineers and stuff?
No, I'm gonna tell you. Sports. What? At first, who stopped working? You can say basketball. Because at first they canceled the basketball season, remember? They canceled the basketball season. They canceled football season. They canceled the Olympics. Now these are all the sports that, these are all the things that, those guys I'm telling you about, those different students want to become. They want to become rappers and football players, basketball players, stuff like that. But when the pandemic hit, you lose your job because they canceled the season. Now you're not making no money. But guess who kept their jobs?
Engineers.
Scientists, engineers.
Medical professionals.
They had to keep their jobs.
Healthcare work. Those are people that was keeping their jobs. They're the ones that's making the money. They're the one that has the great jobs. They're the one that's needed. You see what I'm saying? This is why in America we need more engineers. This is why it takes you guys, because I'm gonna get old at one point, but you guys are gonna be younger than me. So the decisions that you guys make and the decisions that the younger youth make. Huh?
I'm 11 years younger than you.
I know, and that's why you will be the youth of me, and this is who I would depend on. For example, my parents and them, they would depend on me because they would get old, but they would have my brain to take over the world. But under that is you guys. You're the next generation. So the people.
Gen Z. Gen Z.
That Gen Z. Yes, Gen Z.
I don't really believe in that word Gen Z.
Gen Z.
You're Gen Z.
I know, but I don't really believe in it.
What I was trying to say is, what I want you guys to look into is becoming. You don't have to become a scientist, but we need doctors. We need doctors. We need cops. We need different stuff in the technology field. We need like who I think he was telling me he wanted to be a computer scientist. I forgot his name.
Dante.
Dante. He left. He said he wanted to be in computers. That type of stuff is needed. We need a lot of people that was coders. Believe it or not, a lot of people think coding is hard, but it isn't. That's something that everybody can learn.
Yeah.
What type of engineers are there? Just to name a few.
The name field, we have a lot of engineers. For example, international, you have mechanical engineers. A mechanical engineer is one that deals with mechanics. They deal with building stuff to work and actually function.
Like cars and trucks and stuff?
Yeah, cars, trucks. But then on the other side, you have computer engineers. That's what I go to school for. I go to school for computer engineering.
So like fix your computers and.
That's your tech. That's your tech, your computer tech. We're not there yet. I'm talking about computer engineer. They're the one that's going to create the chips inside of your computer to actually work. Those chips are not only in your computers, they're in your cars, they're in that phone, they're in my watch, they're in this. This is called the trans.
You're using a chip to make your watch function.
This is inside this watch. There's a brain. Believe it or not, there's a little chip, microchip. That microchip was it was basically made by a computer scientist. Come to this conference, and I'm about to show you the conference right now before my phone died. I think I'm on 1%. Do I have my charger? I do. Okay. He inspired me to be an engineer. That's what I am. The reason he inspired me to be an engineer was because he was making devices from his brain. So whatever he was making, he was able to make it happen, and it was working on his own. And that inspired me to be an engineer right from there. Once I seen him make a robot, and that robot was moving and going to blow something up or do something, that inspired me, because I wanted to be like, okay, now I can make robots that do certain things that not necessarily do nothing bad like that, but make something that actually have value, that can think on its own and do all types of stuff. So
AI?
That's AI. That's artificial intelligence, where it can actually think on its own without having to actually having a telecontroller. That's called telecommunication, where you're actually controlling it by hand. But when you have a robot that can actually move on its own, that's artificial intelligence. That's what that is. So now, right now at my school, I'm the robotics president. I'm the president of my robotics team. So what I do is I make little robots or big robots. I'm gonna show you some of the pictures that we have. Are they on here? Like I told you guys, I'm in the Air White. I started here. That's about I was born and raised here. I used to be a very, very troublemaking kid. I was bad. Like I was really, really bad. Like I used to do all kinds of stuff, man. I used to do all kinds of stuff.
I cannot relate.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm thankful for it. But I used to do stuff. For example, I used to I got in trouble before, and it really changed my life once I actually got told this by someone older than me. So what happened was this. I used to be in middle school. I used to like to hack. Growing up, I was a hacker. So I used to break into video games. When you said video games, I was like, okay, cool. I'm used to breaking into video games.
Feel free to bring your chairs. Feel free to bring your chairs closer if you like.
I was breaking the PlayStations, Xboxes. And I mean, like breaking into them. I wasn't breaking into them where I was breaking them apart and everything like that. I could do that also, but I'm saying how I was breaking into them, I was unlocking free stuff. For example, if we were on Fortnite or a game that you play, Fortnite or whatever, I was unlocking everything that's on there, and without actually having to play the game. So it was.
But isn't that the fun of the game?
That game wasn't out then. The game that I was playing then was Call of Duty. I was good at Call of Duty, really, really good. I
used to
played.
play Call of Duty 3.
Mobile now.
Yeah, that I used to play. My favorite one was Black Ops 1. I played Black Ops 1 day and night, and I got good at it. And I started being able to break into the game until I got in trouble. I got in
Who
trouble
told you?
with- Huh?
Who caught you?
They caught me. They caught me on their servers. I'm on their servers running software that I shouldn't be running on there.
Oh my.
And they were seeing everything that I was doing from my home. And so they caught me. I got in trouble. And I had basically what happened was coming out of school. One time I had received a mail in the mail. I received some mail, and the mail was telling me that this is from an Activision server, letting us know that I actually had a court hearing.
Oh
Letting me know that
my.
I'm in real trouble right now because I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing. And so
How old were you?
right now I'm 24. I just
No,
turned
how
24.
old were you?
I had to be like 15, 16. 15, 16. So
8 years ago?
8 years ago, that was when COD Black Ops 1 was out. And so I was there. I got in trouble, and they basically took everything I had. I got in trouble with my Call of Duty stuff. They banned my accounts, everything. I got in trouble for it. So I had to change around. I had to change because I was getting real trouble now because I had an addiction to hacking into stuff, hacking into accounts.
Why
doing
did you
that
say
stuff.
coding then?
Coding is different. I'm gonna tell you about coding. Now, coding, on the other hand, is a more software related where you're trying to make something function, make something work, make something do what you want it to do.
So I have a quick question. So anything that you do online can be tracked, right?
Yes, you leave a digital footprint with everything you do. Everything you do has a digital footprint behind it. That's if you're on sites that you don't supposed to be on, or people think that having VPNs or virtual private networks keep them away from being caught by officials. No, you're still visible everywhere. So it's not like you can't. You're probably visible to your Comcast, but above Comcast is the government. They can check you. They can see what you actually got onto and what you actually done. So now that I got past that, I had to find something else to do. I was thinking like, okay, so what can I do to change my life? I seen a movie called Law Abiding Citizen. I don't know if you guys ever seen that? It's a movie where there was this one guy whose family was basically tragically murdered by two guys.
That's mean.
And the guy didn't have
Is stuff a government?
yes. Master that
Really
government.
steep repair.
This is the actual government site. All right. So before I talk to you guys about this, I'm gonna tell you about me. Like I told you guys, you come over.
I know.
The way we're doing it now, we actually have a landing site up there. International Space Site that's actually on the moon right now. And that site now, it basically we're trying to go planets outside of Earth.